Shalom, shalom. With 144,000 the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rokah Quadash. Double honor to the apostle nails, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. Alright, y'all, I'm over here in Fox 11, Los Angeles. You know, that's where the hot news at in LA, right? The name of this video is Alex Padilla detained. Padilla detained. Well, you want to know who he is? He's a senator, right? Detained, dragged out of Homeland Security briefing with Christy Noem. That's the little woman, which is the House Speaker for the White House. 2 hours ago, I don't know if it actually was two. No, it could have been. Well, I don't know if it actually was 2 hours ago, but they just reported and put it on here 2 hours ago. So let's go into it. Let me turn this up first. All right, here we go.
Saying he was in the federal building in Westwood for his own briefing today when he heard the Secretary of Homeland Security was a few doors down. He says the department has not been answering his questions, so he decided to ask them to her face-to-face. Then this happened.
I want to say thank you to
As Secretary Christy Noem is in the middle of a press conference.
Hands up, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla.
California's U.S. Senator Alex Padilla tries to ask a question and is forcibly removed.
Dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your.
I also want to know specifically how many of our ICE agents have been docked for
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Padilla is handcuffed but not formally arrested.
Cool. Hand behind hand. Lay flat. Lay flat.
I also want to talk about specifically how many of our ICE agents have been doxxed for doing their duty.
Back inside, Noem moves on like nothing's happened. On a day she oversaw an ICE raid in Huntington Park. Reporters ask her about Padilla.
I don't even know the senator. He did not request a meeting with me or to speak with me. So when I leave here, I'll have a conversation with him and visit and find out really what his concerns were.
She talks with Fox's Bill Malugin after sitting down with Padilla.
We sat down. We had probably a 10-15-minute conversation. He and I exchanged phone numbers. We're going to continue to talk, and we'll have conversations. And, you know, we may be as far apart on the political spectrum as possible, but we're all human beings.
Outside the federal building, Padilla is emotional.
If this is how this administration responds to a senator with a question, if this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout California and throughout the country. We will hold this administration accountable.
You think about Alex Padilla, he's the first Latino senator in California history. His father was a short-order cook. His mother worked as a housekeeper. Talks a lot about their immigration status over the years, and so this is very, very personal for him.
And you could certainly hear the intensity in his voice there. There's still some question as to...
Boy, you can't do nothing but laugh, man. This tramp said that she didn't know who he was. Now, we ain't talking about Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. We talking about California. You telling me you didn't know that this man was a sitting senator for the state of California? But tell me this place here is boy, this is a great and perfect example of a house being divided for sure. A senator, man, he ain't the mayor. He's not the governor. He's a senator. Man, let's hear a little more.
Whether he charged that news conference, should he have called ahead? You said that he's tried to reach them in the past.
That's his teams. He said that he's tried to reach out to Homeland Security. Kristi Noem says she's never gotten a call from him before. Kind of tough to tell whether he was charging at her. It wasn't like he was trying to attack her or something like that. But all in all, just sort of an ugly moment for American history, and a moment that people see very differently. A lot of Republicans say good that he got what he was coming to him, and a lot of Democrats see this as a really, really scary moment.
It seems very odd, though, because we're all in the media. We can pose a question. You would think that a senator would be able to pose a question as well. I don't know if it was the fact that he caught her off guard.
Well, it wasn't like it was the Q&A portion.
Right.
She was in the middle of speaking. She didn't open it up to questions, and he just started sort of screaming out from the back, from behind the media. And I think, I don't know, I guess her staff didn't.
Hey, even the two media, it look like he's a Republican. And she hey, this place is through. This place is over with. It's through, y'all. It's finished. Let me read that scripture right quick. Real quick. Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Satan is what? Can Satan cast out Satan? Huh? Because they all are what? Is an adversary of the Most High and his children, which is the Israelites. So, hey man, this DJ Trump doing a great job, a fabulous job. Keep doing what you're doing, Trump. Keep doing what you're doing.
Not recognize him.
Yeah, escalated from there. Well, the shocking scene prompted immediate outrage from Democratic colleagues.
All of us are still in some state of shock. This is an assault not only on the person of Alex Padilla, but it's an assault on our democracy.
He was recklessly and aggressively manhandled. That was unacceptable. It was unconscionable. It was unpatriotic. It's un-American.
Because she's been all up in the city of Los Angeles, and we're supposed to believe that she doesn't know who the two United States senators for the state of California are? No.
Governor Newsom also responding in one post to X. He wrote, "This is outrageous, dictatorial, and shameful. Trump and his shock troops are out of control. This must end now." Mayor Bass also reacting at her own news conference.
They just shoved and cuffed a sitting U.S. senator. How could you say that you did not know who he was? We see the videotape. We see him saying who he was. But how do you not recognize one of two senators in our state? I served with the secretary. I served with the secretary for probably about 10 years in Congress. And Madam Secretary, I do not recognize you anymore. I do not know Kristi Noem that I served with for 10 years.
For 10 years, she said she served this woman. Now she don't recognize who she is. Yes, indeed, boy. The plot thickens. Let's go to these, let's read a little. Let's read some of these comments in, y'all. Good to see California politicians treated with the same respect that the politicians show California citizens. Hey, he got a point there, don't he? He definitely got a point there. Because they've been what? They've been burning down their houses and running them people out of the even running them out of the and a lot of them. Hey man, listen. A lot of these rich folks down there in California got them big old houses. They don't have insurance on them houses, man. They didn't have insurance on them houses. White folks don't put insurance on houses, man. If that house paid for, you can believe that they don't have insurance. We the ones that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land, we are the ones that always buying and having insurance and stuff that we truly really don't need. Because most of us don't want to use our insurance. Because why? We usually gonna go up. So we do what? We fix 9 times out of 10. We fix the things on our own. So what you doing with house insurance? Hey man, it is what it is. Let me read some of these comments right here. Because he said, "Good to see California politicians treated with the same respect the politicians show California citizens." So let me read. Let's see what they say. It was a lot of them. 34. Good one. Facts. Well said. Amen, brother. We can't have these politicians feeling safe enough to ask questions. It's ridiculous. They shouldn't be allowed to speak at all during press conference. How dare they question our king? King, man. Look, everybody calling DJ Trump king. What that? Isaiah 19. What that is? 19 and 4. A cruel that cruel Lord, should I say? That cruel Lord and a fierce king. Huh? That's President. That's DJ Trump. Yeah, you gotta love it. Oh my tears, boo hoo, you sissy. Oh, that's old. That's somebody got a little age on right there, y'all. Call him a sissy. That's an old word there, y'all. Oh, Danny Leach. Yeah. Oh my tears, boo hoo, you sissy. All of our leaders are what? Are failures. That's the reason our beautiful state is in the condition it's in. No, listen. These people is tearing down this system, which is this beast system that the people are a part. Why? New World Order, baby. They all have the same agenda, and that agenda is that they're trying to establish that New World Order / MOTB, y'all. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna play all the way out until the where it's gonna play out for as you wicked 2/3 and the wicked being punished by what? By fire. It's gonna pan out that for, but not with the prophets as a whole. So once this get the cracking, and they start implementing and start forcing the MOTB on you, that C-hip on you. Once they start forcing that, baby, the ball is already rolling. We just waiting for what? For your Howard shot to crack that sky open. Amen, brother. And what I say, crack that sky open. Let it go. Amen, brother. The senator had questions and he wanted them answered. Now, to hell with knowing and whatever the hell she was doing. How dare she not drop everything right then and answer His Majesty the Great Padilla. Padilla. Actually, he was. Let me see. This is man. These people got these funny names, man. Actually, he was given greater respect than we Californians get from him and Newsom. Yeah, they got two. California so big, they got two senators, huh? Show the entire video. It's readily available on YouTube. It really is. The full one with him yelling and charging at her sounds like tactic approval or deceptive editing. Just a senator with a question, right? That's James. Alan Brunel. Oh, so they treated him with the same way parents were treated when they spoke out at the school board a couple years ago over their being sexually explicit books in children's library, and well, hell, that's a whole nother president there. That was Y'all know what was going on when they was in office, when with the pedophile and what they call her? Dang, I forgot her nickname. Damn, what they call her? Bro something. Anyway, it don't matter. How about what? Who this is? Chad Casey say what? How about unidentified man disrupts briefing and is escorted out? Is later, man. These people, man. When I tell you, this nation of people is divided. They are definitely is divided. Here go a little. I see a video over here. If it can happen to me, Senator Padilla on removal. Okay, here you go. Talking about it. Let's hear it on CNN. Oh yeah, you know they're gonna give me that commercial. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's say 2 hours ago. Let's see what's going on.
It's because of how you look?
Look, I don't know what the motives are. I think the point is this, Aaron. And as I said when I came out of the building a little while after the incident, if this can happen to me, a United States Senator representing the state of California, if this is how the Department of Homeland Security and the people around the Secretary will treat a United States Senator for having the audacity to ask a question, then imagine what they can do, imagine what they are doing to people in communities, not just throughout Los Angeles, but throughout the country. Now, but back to the facts at hand here, because I also heard Governor Palente's remarks. So let me just set the record straight. The point was made, this wasn't at a park, this wasn't in front of a shopping center, this was inside a secure federal building. Yes, I myself went through security screening to enter the building. Why was I even there? I was there for a scheduled briefing with representatives of NORTHCOM, Northern Command, because from the Department of Defense to the Department of Homeland Security to the White House and everywhere in between, this is an administration that has been anything but transparent and accountable to the members of the Senate, to the Congress in general, in our role of oversight and accountability. We have questions. We have questions. How is it that Donald Trump would, against the wishes of the governor of California, against the wishes of local law enforcement, federalize National Guard troops and deploy them into a city where local law enforcement says, we can control this.
And so, Senator,
go ahead.
No, I just want to say we're awaiting an order from the judge, which we expect could come anytime, actually, in the next sort of 15 to 20 minutes on that order, because there was a hearing today. So we could get that news even as you and I are speaking. But I understand that it's just when you look at these images, and your staff was there, they were able to record what happened in the room.
And listen, man, you Latino, man, huh? You's a ninja whether you want to be one or not. You're not going to. Trump is that Trump. There's only one king, man. There's only one king, and his name is DJ Trump. And like I said, and he is definitely that cruel law because he's doing what? He's not worried about what anyone's saying, and boy, he's doing a great job in dividing and splitting up the people. Everybody against one another, right? Everybody fighting against one another. The blacks trying to go against the Latinos, and the Latinos mad at these people, and the white folks saying this, and I mean everybody is divided. Everybody is literally divided. And in the process of everybody being divided, even Trump is what? He has all of his allies. How many allies do America has from the at this present moment from the European Union / NATO? That's actually riding with the United States at this present moment. We don't know. We don't know. So let's hear a little more. Then we'll go into the lesson.
And then when they took you in the hall outside and they put you on the ground and they handcuffed you, and everybody's watching it, and people are trying to understand what happened. It's unsettling. I mean, can I just show again the moment that you were detained, Senator? Because you're they're telling you to put your hands behind your back. They force you to the ground. They handcuff you, right? And this is after in the room you'd asked a question. Now, when she was talking, it did sound like you were talking over her. You heard the governor say you were trying to create a spectacle. Tell me exactly what happened. You're just sitting in the room, and then what? Tell me how you see it.
So here's what happened. So I'm in the conference room a couple doors down waiting this briefing with representatives of Northern Command. We learned almost on the spot that there's this press conference going on down the hall. Now my briefing is delayed because of the folks in that press conference. From the moment I entered the building, I'm being escorted by a member of the National Guard and an FBI agent. I asked, well, since we're waiting, can we go listen into the press conference? They escort me over to the press conference. They opened the door for me. I'm standing in the back, behind the reporters, behind the cameras, just listening in. And at one point, the rhetoric just got to be too much. Not the first time, but the second time the secretary takes it upon herself to say that the Trump administration wants to liberate the people of Los Angeles from the governor and the mayor. It was just too much. And so, yes, I said who I was. I began to ask a question, and it was maybe half a second later before there was multiple agents on me. They shoved me outside. I was trying to both get my question out and not lose my balance. You know, one is telling me.
He says they trying to liberate the people from the governor and the senator. I mean, look, man. Let's read a few more comments. Here, a little more of this here. I'm got to go into the lesson, y'all. I'm already 21 minutes in with this here. This is exactly what Americans voted for. That's right. We all watch you bluntly interrupt Kristi Noem, Senator Dillo, Marano Dillo, or Dillo, I don't know her name. Sit down, punk. Boy, United States of racism. Hey, it's not just about immigrant rights. It's about all of our rights. If never mind. If a senator can make an ass of himself, anyone can. Thomas says, what a such I'm just reading verbatim, what a such liar that Alex Padilla is in no class at all. They did the right thing to do when someone storms in like an idiot. You are not a victim, Senator. You just got what you deserve. Someone wants people to talk about the immigration issues, about the Epstein files, following Musk's allegations against Trump. He needs discretion. Oh yeah, now I think he bagged. No, I don't think. I know he bagged up from those allegations that he I wish I got the video, but I think it's on my phone, and I don't feel looking for it. But you got to take my word for it. He bagged up from that, and he actually took down the what he had, the post that he had up. Just look into it. Do a little footwork for time to time. RRP says he should finish the sentence like, if this can happen to me, then this could happen to the rioters as well, who were clearly told not to block the highways, burn cars, or throw boulders. Hey man, listen man, this shit is all this shit is strategically planned, and they're gonna play out just like these red folks wanted to play out. Just like they wanted to play it out. All this stuff is you know, you never know who's faking, who's being paid, who's working for who's on this side, that side. You know, this is, now you gotta face it, we're in Babylon. This is America. The city of confusion, y'all. That's what Babylon means, confusion. So you can never really tell who's with who and what is what, man. And you can best believe most of those people that's rioting, they are definitely being paid. Can you point out and find out which one, who this and that, and who ain't? You know, you got a couple fools here and there that's gonna go out there that's not being paid. Because why? Because they just dumb like that. You know, this is America. It's more dumb people around here, boy, than anywhere in the world. American people always been dumbed down and not knowing what the hell going on, just programmed. You know, the white folks, the so-called white folks, they used to just ignoring everything and everybody. Cause why? Because they were living comfortable. Now their comfort is gone, and now what? Now they're what? They're actually engaging in the rhetoric online when they usually just sit there and be laughing in their homes while they eating and sipping good. Now their livelihoods are being taken from them. So guess what? Now this is why the whole world, starting with America, is what? It's an uproar. Huh? This place controls a whole lot. It does not only control America, it controls the what? Look, taxes. Who can anytime you can just say, look, don't fool with tell the other nations and stuff, don't fool with another nation, another president, and don't give them any resources. They let you know that's the power that America holds. But now, what's his name? President of I'm trying to get too much out at one time. That's what I'm doing. They started their own alliances, right? The BRICS. So now you know they got they in line. Shit, anybody that is in line with China, they good anyway. Hell, because 90% of the shit that we get over here in America, it come from China, man. Everything, man, from the bed you laying on, man, from the mattresses, from every damn thing you can think of, come from what? Come from China, man. We ain't got shit over here but corn and cotton. You can't eat that. Well, you can eat corn. So let's hear a little more of this, and I'm going to the video.
Get down on my knees, and other ones pushed me in a different direction. There was no resistance. And to the contrary, I kept asking, why am I being detained? Get down on your knees turns into flat on the floor. I'm trying, but I'm being pushed and pulled in different directions, and finally down on the floor, they handcuff me. Multiple times, why am I being detained? No response, no response, no response. Finally, minutes later, I guess somebody around the secretary realizes this is the United States Senator. And they come running down the hall and finally say, let him go. Again, the point is, if it can happen to me in that setting, imagine what they're doing to people all around the country. And Aaron, let me also underscore this. It's not just about immigrants' rights, which so many peaceful protesters are shouting about in Los Angeles. It's about all of our rights. The reason
this man right here think he white now. Don't you know Latinos, especially Puerto Ricans, man, they proud as hell, and they always ride with what? Because look on their birth certificates, huh? They what? This is why the so-called white people have the number that they have, because they've been what? They've been taking these Latinos and putting them and making them on their birth certificate and putting what? Telling them that they are white. So, you know, these folks been against, hey, everything is of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, first and foremost, right? You know, a house divided, that starts with the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? Before we even talk about anyone else, you know, a house divided, we as an Israelite, the northern and the southern tribe of the children of Israel, we are the ones that make up the bulk and the majority of the population. Yes, we multiply like the sand of the sea, man. No one outnumbers us, man. No one. As a nation.
this crisis, this spectacle has been created by the Trump administration this week is because of all the bad headlines of recent weeks, right? Their budget bill is being exposed for what it is, gutting healthcare, gutting the social safety net to underwrite tax breaks for the rich. He certainly hasn't brought peace between Russia and Ukraine. He's losing every other day in court. He's broken up with his...
See, there we go. Talk about European Union / NATO. These where Putin is not part of the European Union, right? So to talk about Ukraine, though, Ukraine is a portion of whatever NATO, right? So this here is a Trump way of destroying the inner workings of America by what he's doing. He's doing a good job. He's doing a fabulous job and taking all these government jobs and these different FBI, CIA, BBB, whatever you want to call them. All these people are what? They are what? Being cast out. A house divided. I'm done with it. I'm gonna keep that there. Let's go to. I'm gonna start over again, which is Mark 3. Let me start at verse 23. And he called them, which is Mark 3 and 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? And again, all of these jokers are what? Are against the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Including you wicked 2/3. The only people that are riding with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua at this present moment or time in the man, I lost my chain of thought, y'all. The only people that are riding with the Lord in these times, and that the Lord is going to have mercy on, is the 1/3 of the children of Israel. Excuse me. I don't know why I got this little cough all of a sudden. And he called them unto him and said unto them in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, and this place is clearly divided against themselves. When I tell you this is the worst I have seen with this Democrat and Republican crap, when people coming up and going up against one another, man, yelling and screaming because they're what they call them, their candidate lost. Eve losing their mind, white people losing their mind. I mean this was. Hey, but we were sitting back and doing what? Laughing. Because we love it. We love it. And if if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. This is why it's going to fall. It's going to fall in the end because, for one, these devils are trying to establish their own birthright, which is those small hatters, which is Amalek. They're trying to establish their own birthright, y'all. They think they are going to achieve what they're trying to achieve by trying to place their MOTB in people and have total control over them and knowing where they at all moments, and when they pass gas or listen, man, you put a chip in your hand. I mean, I know we got cell phones, like we said, and they basically already know where the hell we at. But think about it. You know, if you leave your phone in the bathroom or you lose your phone or throw it out the window, no one knows where the hell you are. But you can't just cut no chip out your hand. Once you put it up, you can't just cut it out and dig it out your hand and just get rid of it. So it's with you even when you're asleep, right? Even when you're kidnapped or whatever. You have what? They're gonna know where the hell you are. So that's a form of what? Playing God. Verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself. I mean, that's a bloodline of people who? The Edomites, starting with the Edomites. If they're divided against themselves, that house cannot stand. Let's go to Habakkuk, which is Habakkuk 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Hey, who is greater and better than America in taking people rights away, and taking substance and from countries, and just railroading people left and right? Nobody does that better. How many treaties have America been made with other countries, and at this present moment, is it even one that they have not broken? Is it even one that the American people, the government has not broken with what? As the treaty with what? With these people? They have broken every one of them. Every single one of them. You know what? Let's see something here. Let's see something here, y'all. How many treaties America has made and broken? Let's see. Let's see if that what come up, y'all. I know I kind of. It is important to understand that the concept of making and breaking. No, hold up. How many treaties America has made since its existence, and how many they have broken? That might come up a little better. The U.S. has ratified approximately 370 treaties with American Indian Nation. Well, we know they broke all of them, according to agreement, treaties, and I think I read that before. Well, I'm quite sure I have. Negotiated settlement, and what in various historical sources, a significant portion of these treaties were either fully upheld or were broken by the U.S. government. I'm not talking about that. Let me see the number of treaties the U.S. government signed. Numerous treaties with what were Native American. Well, we know they broke all of them. Shit. Breaches and treaties. The U.S. government has been criticized for failing to uphold many of these treaties' obligations. Some treaties were never ratified by Congress, while others were violated or broken in practice. Yeah, they don't give a damn. They never did give a damn. These people never cared about. These people look you in your face and have you thinking that this treaty that y'all have got some brotherly covenant that y'all have made with one another, and these devils, as soon as you turn your back, they stick you in your back, stab you in your back, y'all. The legacy of broken promises. The legacy of broken promises treaties continue to impact the relationship between the U.S. government and. I don't want to talk about them natives. We already know they did all that. How many treaties did the United States break? That's what I wanted to hear. Well, they 500. I don't want. They're not giving what I want, y'all. They're not giving what I want. They're still not giving what I want. So anyway, we know they did it. They say they made how many times they didn't had. I don't know if they did a treaty, but they didn't had a ceasefire and sit down with those small hatters over there, which is in Israel, Jerusalem, over there. How many times the president sat down and told them people that it's a ceasefire, and then turn right around the next following day, the next that night or that day, and bomb them. Yeah, that's what they do. Verse 6 again is Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? And you know what? That parable against him goes into even like I spoke on early. What that is, Obadiah. I spoke on early concerning the other nations, the European Union / NATO has come up against Trump. Let me let this play. What am I do here? Let me blow it out. Yeah, has come up against Trump, right? And so the whole process of America having this the European Union / NATO. Well, let's go into it. Which is Obadiah. Read this right here first, which is this first sentence right here, which is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a proverb against him? Meaning what? America, which is that whore, right? All Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Why? Because the border, which is going to be what? War. This is all that's kicking up. Going to be war. You know, the border brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So just like Americans are always used to crossing people and not keeping their word and doing underhand whatever. You know, the list is too long for to even try to go into in detail concerning all of the wickedness that they have done to these other nations. Back over here in Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Just like in the process of them taking the resources from what? From all of these nations by force. Now they're doing what? They're doing that same they're doing that same aspect of what? In the inner workings of what? Of this country. Which meaning what? The people. So the people's rights are being violated. They're so used to screaming about the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and blase and blase. Now they no such thing as all of these rights, your rights not being listen, man, as long as these people ride and continue to ride, because they're gonna do it, I think on the 14th, which is tomorrow, right? Let's see something. No, 2 days from now. 2 days from now, which is I think Trump's birthday. Now they are I think they're doing on the 14th. No, I don't think. On the 14th, they're going to have across America, in all of these cities, in most of these cities, they're going to have what? They're going to have people, rioting or whatever, burning cars or whatever it is. They're going to have people doing the same thing that they've been doing in L.A. in California. So hey, you are not out of it yet. You know, we can care less of what happens to any one of these countries, these senators, even the damn president, right? Because in the end, it's going to be dealt with anyway. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his? So just like he's going to continue to take your resources, he's going to continue to what? To take your basic food or water. And because, hey man, shit, I think if most of us drink the water that come out of the faucet, we'd probably be sick and probably die real soon. Hey, the scripture say, how long? He's gonna continue his quest until Yahweh Shah comes, man. That's how long. And to him that later himself with thick clay. So you all are gonna continue in debt, and you're gonna continue to pay your debts. You're gonna continue to pay your what is it? Well, y'all know what I'm talking about when I say debt. I'm talking about the taxes and stuff. So that's all this equals to is debt. This is 2 Esdras 5 and verse 3. In the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou what? See wasted suddenly. What does that mean? Meaning that this place, America, hey man, as soon as we get through all of the madness that we see, the Jacob's trouble, and all of the things that are taking place in this taking place in this wicked queendom, we can't wait, man. We can't wait. You know, we've been waiting. Hey man, I can imagine the apostle, man, 40 plus years and 30 plus years, the brothers that been fighting this thing out for that long. Hey man, that's a long time, and I commend these brothers, man, and hey, because this time, even the time that I've been preaching this truth, hey man, it's been hell, but you know, I'm just like the brothers that stand fast and preaching in this word and not looking back. I'm gonna stay I'm gonna stay and keep doing the right thing when it comes to preaching the word, man, because there's nothing else. What else better than preaching the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, which is the same truth that who are y'all ignorantly called Jesus died for. The same thing we are preaching at this present moment, the prophets are preaching on the four corners. Who all y'all call Jesus, this is what he died for. This same thing right here. And all you wicked jokers are back. And boy, I know Yahweh Shah can't wait, boy, to burn all y'all. I know you can't wait to put that work in. Verse 7 of Habakkuk 2 and 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee and awake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for what? Booties unto them, meaning possession. That word booty goes into a possession. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. These people then raped and robbed nations upon nations upon nations upon nations, man. This is what they used to doing. Hold on, let's see something. I'm gonna close it out in a minute, y'all. I know I'm dragging along a little bit here. I'm gonna drag it along a little bit here. Because thou, verse 8 of Habakkuk 2 and 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So the roles are going to reverse, and that reversal of this wickedness that we see now is running rampant, and it can't be stopped. And DJ Trump is that cruel law, and he going to continue until this place is what? Is a lake of fire. What that is, Isaiah 31, out of Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt. In America, and know this, that America is spiritually what is Egypt. Because in the same, we was in captivity, we were slaves in that place, which is Egypt. We are we are under the same conditions, or even worse, in this place. So nothing changed. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on what? Horses, and trust in what? In chariots. Who is that, y'all? We talking about the modern day now. Today we talking about the so-called white man. And you all are trusting in Jesus, which is another God. Because they are many. How many damn Christians it is, y'all? Or Muslim, billions of them. And in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. No, they don't seek Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. They are seeking the white man's God. And they will what? They will cuss you out and get all over you for what? For coming against the Edomites. Man, Jake is through, man. Jake is through. Let's read a little more of this and I'm gonna close this out. What was I? Habakkuk? What was I, y'all? Yeah, I was. Which was I was on Habakkuk 2 and 8. That's where I was. 1 second. Habakkuk 2 and 8 again. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of the men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Verse 9. Woe to them that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. That's Esau Edom. They space programs. They planes are flying above the clouds. Huh? They even got satellites in the sky. So this man think he's God. That he may be delivered from the power of evil. So he's thinking that they can escape. They're not going to escape because their future is what? It's definitely captivity. So on that note, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKudash, Shalom.